Now, for several years, myself and a lot of other commentators on YouTube have been talking about the issues that have been going on inside of our escapist entertainment, be it comic books, TV shows, or movies, and how there has been this big push for identity politics within our entertainment, and it stopped focusing on the story and being about pushing a certain set of politics. So it's really rare when somebody comes out from that is a creative and actually kind of agrees with what we're talking about. But normally they're too busy calling us istinphobes to realize that maybe we actually have a point when we make these complaints. This article is coming from Bounty Comics and it's by John F. Trent. The Sandman writer Neil Gaiman explains why franchises like Star Wars, Star Trek have lost significant portions of their fan base. And all this started because of a tweet by Rihanna Pratchett, who is the daughter of Sir Terry Pratchett. She posted on Twitter, "Look, I think it's fairly obvious that the watch shares no DNA with my father's watch. This is neither criticism nor support. It is what it is." Unfortunately, this is a bit of a trend whenever a comic book or a book gets adapted into a series. They share some DNA, typically characters and possibly a setting, but for the most part, that's where things kind of stop. And The Boys is a perfectly good example of this. I've mentioned this several times that the TV series pales in comparison to the actual comic book by Garth Ennis. It is phenomenal. It is a great comic book and a great deconstruction of this superhero genre, as well as commentary on a number of different things. But that did not translate over at all into the Boys TV series. And I'm guessing that this is the exact same thing happening with The Watch. And Mr. Quicksoak comes back with, "Because the source material is fertile ground for new exploration, and justifying the cost of making good film is easier when there is a fan base for source material. Creating a new property is very difficult because you don't have that fan base and it is a risky proposition. And typically this is the reason why SJWs want to go and hijack an existing property to go and start forcing in their identity politics as well as their political agenda. Because the fan base is there. The issue though is that obviously the fan base starts eroding over time because it's not what the fans signed up for. But when they do go and create their own properties, you get shit like this."
Daisy, why is there a raccoon on our couch?
I am not a raccoon. I have taken the form of a red panda. My species is endangered, much like your world.
Alex?
Yep, I hear it. Talking raccoon on our couch.
Alex, Daisy, I've come to you with an important mission.
Did you microdose me without telling me again?
What's the phone number for animal control?
Put your fingers inside me, and all shall be revealed.
You know, there's only one cure for this. Booze. Seriously. What the fuck was that? Who was this show made for? And I know there's always gonna be somebody out there. It's not for you, Comics Division.
It wasn't made for him.
Well, no fucking shit. I don't think it's for anyone particularly, because I didn't find any of that funny. I don't know. Anyway, this is the entertainment that we're getting from Sci-Fi in 2020, 2021. Great job. You canceled great shows for garbage like this. All right, fantastic. Fucking stab me in the face. And here we have Neil Gaiman strolling in like Billy fucking Badass, saying the exact same shit a lot of us have been saying for the past 5 fucking years. He wrote, "Yes, but the fan base are fans, and they like source material because it's the source material they like." You don't say. So, if you do something else, you risk alienating the fans on a monumental scale. He added, "It's not Batman if he now is a news reporter in a yellow trench coat with a pet bat." Now, I'll be honest with you, Neil Gaiman's words ring kinda hollow with me, mainly because earlier this year in an interview, he basically said they're planning on doing some gender swapping with his Sandman series. This article is also coming from Bounty Comics. The interview itself is originally from comicbook.com. He said when doing the Netflix TV series, we're very much looking at that as going, okay, it's 2020. Let's say I was doing Sandman starting in 2020, what would we do? The writer added, he is considering changing character genders. How would we change things? What gender would this character be? Who would this person be? What would be happening, he said. Now here's the thing I find so fascinating about this is the fact that, well, the Sandman series was actually pretty progressive for its time. It had a lot of female characters. It had some kind of like, you could argue non-binary or transgender characters in it. There were a lot of gay characters in it. It's not like you need to update this series, dude. It's already pretty fucking progressive, and it was very fucking progressive for 1989. Now, when it comes to his up-and-coming Sandman series, I really hope that he plans on taking his own advice, because if he doesn't, well, what's the fucking point of making the statement to begin with? In a weird sort of way, I feel kind of validated that a creative like Neil Gaiman is coming out and saying what many of us have been saying for a number of years. But at the same time, I know ultimately it's completely futile because he's not actually going to do what he said, because we're going to get a gender swap dream, most likely in that Netflix TV series. Very often I have to fight the urge to drink bleach.
The butt is sucking us in!
They are literally fingering a red panda's asshole. Who finds this funny? Like, share, subscribe, all those other things. I'll catch you next time, folks. I think I'm officially dead on the inside. Wow, you made it all the way to the end of the video. Well, if you could do me a huge favor while you're here, if you're new to the channel, go and click that subscribe button. Bash that bell for instant notifications.
And Hulk. Smash
that like button if you enjoyed this video. I even have a P.O. box if you want to go and send me some fan mail. And yes, I finally have received some. Figured I should probably go and update that just because, it's been some time. Well, I've finally done it. I've gone and launched my new website, so go and head over to pixelnation.io. There you'll be able to find all of my current videos, even some past live streams, as well as the thought of the day, week, or month, depending on when I actually get around to writing something. Also, in the next couple weeks, I'll be launching my new forums, so keep an eye out for that. I would love to give a huge shout out to all my Subscribe Star supporters, because without you, I'd still be making content. But in all seriousness, I do appreciate your support and your help. And I'd like to give a huge shout out to my big spenders, Toxic Manflu, MarjieSmiles, and Roger the Shrubber. And we can't forget the Misplaced Mountain Man, who's a sucker with a lot of dough. Thank you very much, everyone. You guys are awesome.